Guys, don't be mad at me. Last week, I skipped Crumbl, and I got a lot of comments saying, Timmy, where's Crumbl? Where's your Crumbl review? Understandably. I'm sorry that made your voice sound like that. It probably doesn't, but if it does, I'm also very sorry. I can't talk, my voice sounds like this. Anyways, I did skip Crumbl last week, but with good reason. Subway released foot-long cookies. And when I heard the word foot-long, I couldn't pass it up. I had to cover it. So I reviewed those. It was pretty crazy. It was a great time. But today we're back. Crumbl is back. I'm gonna taste test this week's flavors, give you my honest opinion, rate them from 1 to 10, and let you know if they're worth trying. Now, this is kind of like the week before Christmas week. So the theme is kind of inconsistent, okay? We have kind of 2 holiday-ish flavors, 1 breakfasty flavor, and then 1 candy flavor. So it's kind of like Christmas with a twist. It's like Scrooge eating a Twix. That made no sense, I'm so sorry. So let's talk about the actual flavors. We have Gingersnap, AKA a Christmassy flavor. Caramel Shortbread with Twix. I love Twix, that sounds fantastic. That's just the candy one. Peppermint Cupcake, that's Christmassy, right? And Waffle. I have never tried any of these, so I'm very pumped to try them. It's gonna be a great time. Grab a meal, grab a snack, eat with me. Grab a Crumbl cookie if you've got some. This is not sponsored at all. Y'all know sometimes I drag Crumbl like hard. So let's open this up, but first guys, subscribe to my channel, Timmy Takeout, for more fast food reviews and full menu taste tests. It's a great time here. If you love Crumbl or just food in general, I think you'll like me, hopefully. Or guys, recently I've been getting a lot of comments saying, at first, I thought you were so annoying, but you've grown on me so much. So I guess I have that effect on people. I'm like an acquired taste. I'm like one of those songs where like the first listen is like, what is this? But then you listen to it like 10 more times and you're finally like, okay, this is a bop, that's me. So stick with me, even if I annoy you or anger you, you might grow to love me. Okay, let's take a look at the cookies. I always like to show you guys first before I see them. How do they look? Are they pretty? Ooh, something smells like a forest. Ah! Wait, who is she? Syrup? Hello for the waffle. Okay, so these look cute. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing too gorgeous. They're all kind of basic queens, but that's okay. So we have the Twix shortbread thing. That looks fantastic. We have the waffle. Is that pure butter? Because if it is, I don't want it. And then we have the peppermint and the Gingersnap. Okay, so I guess I'll put the syrup onto the waffle now, should I? Like a little bit, just to make it glisten? Because I have to take my thumbnail and something needs to glisten. Right now, nothing is. Okay, just a little bit, not too much. Okay, that's good. Beautiful, that looks much prettier now. Much more breakfasty. Coton, j'adore. You know, I'm gonna get my thumbnail and then we'll start taste testing all the cookies. But first guys, I just wanna thank everyone that gave me super thanks on my last couple videos. You guys are so sweet, I'm so grateful. And I love to shout you out because you deserve a shout out for being so nice. Hello. So thank you so much to Liz Cooper, Devo Davis, Jackie Lee, Alexandra Lynch, Kaylee Lowe, Jennifer High Street, Tisha Lett, and Jessica Blow. Thank you guys. You hear my chancletas? Okay, go ahead. Let me get my Crumbl cookie cutter out. Once again, not sponsored. I just feel really dainty and fancy when I use it. But of course, for the drier cookies, I'll break them close up because I know you guys love that. Okay, so I think we should first try Gingersnap. So, oh, wait, that's a dry one. Let me break it open. Ooh, oh yeah, oh. Yeah, that's a very nice texture. So it looks super dry, like on the outside, like a desert with no oasis, just but the inside looks quite doughy. And a lot of y'all don't like those doughy Crumbl cookies. So let's see how it tastes. By the way, I have never liked ginger snaps. I like ginger itself, but ginger snaps to me are a little too gingery. You know, there's no balance typically, but I have never had a big soft ginger snap like this one, so it might taste very different. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So, first things first, the texture. The outside is quite crunchy because of the sugar crystals, but it's also just like a crunchy surface, like completely. So that's nice. But the inside texture is a bit too doughy. Now, I don't mind Crumbl doughy cookies, but this is one of the doughiest I've ever had. It's basically like cookie dough inside of the crunchy outside. So I like the outside texture, don't love the inside. It's just way too soft for me. Now the flavor is actually fantastic. This is probably one of the best Gingersnap flavors I've ever had. It's not too strong. It's the perfect amount of ginger. It's just a really good balance of warmth and sweetness. So nothing is taking over. It's all working together. So flavor, amazing. Texture, not good. I'm gonna have to give the Gingersnap cookie, I think, a 5 out of 10. If it was more cooked and had like a better, more cakey texture and not doughy, I think it would be a slay, but because of that, it's not. Like the texture is very distracting to me. So next up, let's try, I'm scared, okay. Let's do the peppermint because it's right here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this looks very frosting-y. Now sometimes Crumbl's frosting can be fantastic and light and fluffy, and other times it tastes like actual toothpaste. So let's hope this is the light and fluffy kind. I think there's white chocolate chips in there. See. Let me try the cookie by itself, like without frosting getting off. The cookie by itself is really, really good. But guys, that frosting, I'm like scraping it off, is disgusting. So let's start with the cookie. Amazing texture. The like white chocolate chips melt in your mouth. It's chewy, not doughy. It's just a really, really good, like satisfying bite. A good cookie texture. And the flavor of the cookie is very nice. It's like a kind of like a dark chocolate, not too sweet, slightly minty flavor. It almost tastes like a cakey, minty Oreo. So we love that. But this frosting, guys, dare I say it, is quite nasty. Now, surprisingly, it's not toothpastey because it is mint. So I was expecting like a toothpaste vibe. It's not toothpastey. And the texture is actually quite light and airy, yet thick, similar to a cream cheese frosting texture, but the flavor is so minty and so sweet. The sweetness is icky sweet. I cannot eat this whole cookie. The frosting is just like, it's overpowering. It tastes like I just ate a mouthful of sugar. If you love super, super, super sweet things, I think you'll love this, but I don't. I like balance. You know, I'm a complex individual that likes balance in my cookie. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. Not a great box so far, guys. Not a great box. Okay, next up, let's try this Twix shortbread moment. Oh, wow. That one's dense. Got a little bit of minty frosting on there. Sorry, guys. Ooh. It's fine. Just take it off. Okay. So this is how it looks. Now Twix. Twix is one of my favorite candy bars. I love it so much. The caramel, the chocolate, the cookie inside, it works so well. It's fantastic. So I hope this tastes just like a Twix. doesn't taste like a Twix, guys, at all. At all. I'm surprised because it's a cookie, caramel, and chocolate. How could it not? It doesn't. So the cookie itself is a shortbread cookie, but to me, it's much softer than your typical shortbread. It's much doughier too. It almost has a fudgy texture to it. So that kind of threw me off. And it does have a very plain flavor, which is good because you want the chocolate and the caramel to shine. But something about it just isn't giving Twix cookie. It's just giving kind of like doughy sugar cookie. And that's not working. I think if the texture was more crunchy, it would feel more like a Twix. And this doesn't. This is doughy. And then for some reason, like the caramel's not bad, but it doesn't taste like Twix caramel. Tastes more like Werther's Original. And then the chocolate is really hard. It's too hard and too thick. If it was made like a thinner coating, that might be better. But it's just kind of like a hard chocolate blob in your mouth. So overall, it's not giving Twix. It's not giving satisfying textures. The flavor's not even there that much. Wow, so far this box is really disappointing, guys. I'm gonna have to give the Twix one, I think, a 4 out of 10. I expected a lot more from Twix, you know? So last but not least, we have the waffle. Is it blue? Thankfully, it's not. Let's try. Let's cut into it. We got that butter blob. That must be like a buttercream and not actual butter, right? That's just my guess. Okay, so. Doesn't really have the texture of a waffle. Doesn't even look like a waffle. It just has some like lines. It looks more like a peanut butter cookie, to be honest. But anyways, let's try it with the butter blob. Wait, let me let me try without the butter blob now, because that threw me off. I think it was butter. I really think it was like butter with a hint of sugar. Okay. 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 It is finished. So, first things first, like I said, that butter blob was not it. I think it was butter with a hint of sugar, or it was just very, very, very buttery buttercream. So I didn't like that. The texture grossed me out too, which is very thick. And cold, very cold. Now, the syrup tastes fine, tastes like syrup, right? The cookie itself does serve breakfast. It tastes like a pancake, but it tastes like an undercooked pancake. Like, you know, like those pancakes where like the center is still kind of like battery. That's what this tastes like. And pancakes aren't like cookies where like if the center is like undercooked, it's like gooey and nice. No, pancakes, it's like that's batter, right? So this cookie to me just tastes like pancake batter and not a waffle or a pancake. I don't think that's very appetizing when it comes to pancakes or waffles, and I don't think this works. Even though it does taste like breakfast, it tastes like an undercooked breakfast. And the butter is nasty! I hate it! I despise it! I'm gonna have to give the waffle, I think, a 3 out of 10. Wow. In my opinion, this is one of Crumbl's worst boxes in a while. They've been on a pretty good streak for the past, what, like month and a half, I don't know. But this one, I think, is a disaster. I think the ones that are the most enjoyable, even though they're still not that good, are the Gingersnap and the Twix, I guess. But the waffle and the peppermint, just personally, I would never get them again. But that's just me, okay? So I hope Crumbl doesn't see this one. They have seen some of my reviews, and when I'm nice, they're like, oh, thank you so much. We love your review. Welcome to the family. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I don't want them to see me drag them because I'll just feel bad. I don't know, you know what I mean? So I hope they don't see this. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below, do you plan on trying this week's Crumbl Cookies? If you do, which one are you gonna try? And tell me all of your thoughts. Subscribe to my channel, Timmy, for more fast food reviews and full menu taste tests. I'll see you next video. I love you so much.